Next on deck with Tim Black.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went.
This is the reason why Donald Trump beats Joe Biden and Kamala Harris put together. Because he'll come out and say something like that. So I'm trying to put together tonight's show. I've been talking about so many different things. I'm looking for content, and it's the first of the year. A lot of this stuff is fluffy, and I'm like, I don't want to cover fluffy. And then I say, well, you know what, guys? No one's really drawn a conclusion about the drones in New Jersey.
Getting involved in an investigation into these mysterious, apparently small car-sized drones that people are spotting flying over New Jersey in the middle of the night. Look at this. One woman there took the video you're seeing. So that's it. It looks like it's flying pretty low. And from that perspective, it looks very large, right? And all those lights in the sky that you see there, see those lights? Those are apparently drones as well, they say, seeming to fly in a V formation, with the whole saga stressing people out nearby.
We're all completely unnerved. I didn't sleep last night. When I would get up and look out my window at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., they were still hovering. I got up at 5:30 this morning and they were still there. As the sun was starting to rise, they went back in the same direction they came from. And I expect they'll be back as soon as the sun goes down tonight.
Let's bring in Tom Winter. What's up with the mysterious drones, Tom?
Right, Allie. Well, not to go all Scully and Mulder on us here.
Do it.
Law enforcement is concerned about this. They have put out a statement, the local sheriff's office and local prosecutor's office. They really want the evidence here, Hallie. They want to be able to get their hands on this or know where they are flying from in an effort to try to figure out, okay, who's doing this, what are they about, and what are they specifically looking at? But officials in New Jersey stress, look, there's no indication at this point that they're a threat to the public. We'd certainly like to know what's going on. And they are encouraging people to call these in.
And then all of a sudden, it kind of like died down. Kind of went away, you know what I'm saying? People stopped talking about it. And I was under the impression that, you know, it got resolved. Yeah, I was thinking that people kind of came to a conclusion what it was, and it was no big deal, and we just moved on to talk about other stuff. Then we moved on to other things. We're talking about, you know, who's, you know, Fat Joe and FBAs, and we're talking about, I don't know, what Trump said last minute, what Tesla and Elon Musk, and, you know, what's happening with that, and are they going to do the H-1B visas? And like a bunch of other stuff kind of hit the news. You know, then we had the holidays. Yeah, Christmas, and then, of course, right behind that, we got New Year's. And it's like sort of like drifted away from the drone thing. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until today when I was putting together the show that I realized when I started looking up, and then I said, damn it, Johnson. We ain't really thread the needle or even come close to even addressing the New Jersey drone situation. So I say, nah, I'm not even going to ask Clyde. I said, I know where to go. Go to Grok. Yes, Grok don't give a Grok. So anyway, I go to Grok and I type it, I say, Grok, what was the resolution? What were the findings surrounding the New Jersey drone situation? This is what came back. It says, the vertical and the mysterious drone spotted over New Jersey and over East Coast states remains unclear, with no definitive answers on who was flying them or for what purpose. And then it says, here's a summary based on the available information. So right then and there, I got a little worried. Yeah, I got a little worried, man, because this means America's catastrophically, like, stupid as hell. I'm a moron for this. And what I'm saying is, I'm talking about Fat Joe. I'm talking about Elon Musk's opinions about H-1B visas. I'm not saying these aren't good things to talk about. What I'm saying is, there were drones. I live on the East Coast. Maryland, I consider Maryland Jive East Coast. And I don't even know that we don't even know what's up with them damn drones. We don't know why they came, who was flying them, what purposes, and we don't know anything. I don't even know if it stopped. But I could tell you, Fat Joe, he went on Math Office, and I could tell you Charleston White went after Tariq Nasheed, and I could tell you, you know what I'm saying? I could tell you this other stuff. I could tell you about this post Stephen A. Smith made. But I can't tell you shit about drones, and drones shoot things like people.
2 people. Several others were injured, including 2 pregnant women. Ukrainian officials say over 110 drones targeted multiple regions across the country. And Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky accused President Putin of being focused on finding ways to hurt Ukraine, even on New Year's Eve.
This could be China, Russia. This could also be every white supremacist group formed Voltron to buy a drone. Or they could have just got the money from Elon. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it says the U.S. government has stated there is no evidence of these drones posing a national security or public safety threat.
And now New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer is joining us. He's a Democrat who serves on the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman, I know you've been asking questions. You were briefed by the FBI and Department of Homeland Security, your committee was. So do they really have no idea what's going on?
Well, listen, based on what I've seen, and thanks for having me, there's no reason in my mind, based on what they've analyzed, that there's any credible threats to public safety at this time. And that I feel good about based on what the FBI has briefed me on. That said, the hundreds of sightings or more that we've received in New Jersey, the phone calls I've received, the images. Andy Kim, who's a senator now in New Jersey, said that he has seen them himself. He just posted something about that, right? So clearly there's something going on out there. And what's driving me crazy, and I think a lot of my colleagues in the state government and, of course, federally, is that the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, who are chiefly responsible for monitoring and being aware of what's up in the skies, is not giving us a public briefing, giving us enough information, telling us exactly where these drones are coming from.
And many sightings have been attributed to legal or manned aircraft rather than actual drones. However, the origin and intentions of the drones remain unclear. But still, they can't tell me why it's up there, who put it up there, and where it went. So if you say you don't know, you say there's nothing dangerous about it, but then you tell me you don't know, you ain't talked to nobody about it. You don't have any information. Basically, they're telling you they got a funny feeling. Like my grandma used to say, I got a funny feeling. My corn is acting up. When my corn started acting up, that's when I know something bad's about to happen. If my corn don't act up, I got this trick knee. If it's about to rain, my trick knee will buckle. If my trick knee don't buckle, we good for the picnic. But if my trick knee buckle, it's gonna have to be inside. That's basically what they're telling me in this post, in this query. Folks, what I'm trying to tell you is that the government don't know what's going on, and if they do, they're not telling us for a reason. In this entire report, it's a couple pages, and it's just like that. It's like, we don't know shit, but don't worry. Nothing to see here, but we still don't know, but don't quote us on that. And the internet's crazy for assuming things. But we don't know. We ain't telling. And have a nice day. There's always been a stigma around conspiracy theories. That's created by a government that doesn't tell you what's going on. So, there were drones, people took footage. It was clear footage too. It's not like word of mouth like it used to be in the 80s. You can't call these people conspiracy theorists if you have the ability to debunk the theory, but you won't. And then you call the people that are trying to figure it out crazy people. If you do not provide information, it's only natural for human beings to try to understand the world around them.
This next generation can all they grow over researching, they what's to behind all of them.
Nothing nefarious apparently, but they're checking it all out. It was like it's just one
There's a lot of drones authorized. We keep up there. I think one started and they all died. Everybody's wanting to get in the deal.
You can't just tell people you don't need to know you don't need to know what's going on in your country. You can't just tell people just go have a nice day. We got this. We good. Because when there's no information, a vacuum, to fill up that vacuum will become all types of theories. And that's just how people work. I don't care what it is. If there's a house on the end of the block that look a little creepy, if there was an apartment building in your apartment complex where somebody died mysteriously and nobody knew what happened, and all of a sudden you ain't seen nobody for 3 weeks or 3 months, people start making up theories about what happened to Miss Thelma that lived in apartment 6B on the 3rd floor. No one's seen her in 3 months. Her mail's stacking up. Like, this is not the talk of crazy people. This is what human beings naturally do. And what we do sometimes is we punish one another for trying to figure it out. When the culprit is our government. Our government knows something. And if our government doesn't know something, we need a new government. What good is having a government if the government don't find out who's flying in the air in your country? What good would that government be if it couldn't get to the bottom of where the hell the stuff is in the airspace?
Yeah, good to see you. Can you comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey ports? It seems like the American people have a big...
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want...
See what I mean? This is it. This is it. This is the reason why Donald Trump beats Joe Biden and Kamala Harris put together. Because he'll come out and say something like that. Can you take that to the bank? No. Will that close the racial wealth gap? No, it won't. Would it make the water clean, the air clean? Would it kill or destroy bacteria? Will it rid us of all infectious diseases? No. But it makes a lot more sense than not saying anything. It makes a lot more sense than nothing to see here. People believe that the government has enough resources that it can know what's going on. It just chooses not to tell us. And the Democratic Party is very much fine, with leaving a vacuum of nobody knowing anything, and then Trump doing the equivalent of walking to the rim with the ball and laying it in the basket while they stand there going, I thought you were going to stop him from scoring. He just walks to the basket and lays it in, and no one tries to defend him. And then when they say, well, this game's over, he won, they go, how'd he win? How'd he win? How'd he beat everybody? These people are sellouts. No, you were there at the game. You let him walk to the basket and make a layup after layup. Because people keep saying, hey, man, America's going away. America's gone. We're lucky if we get another 20 years. I'm lucky if my kids get to see America, be America. Like, they'll probably change the name of this shit. Going out of business, sale. Because we're so horrible at these things. Like, we're so focused on this other stuff that things like this, we don't care about. And that's kind of scary that we don't care about these things at all. Like, we got our heads up our butts. And that's amazing to be able to do. If you can put your own head up your own ass, that's amazing dexterity. You are very flexible, and you are full of tricks. This will be great at a circus. But we're not trying to be at the circus. We're trying to live in a country. We should not have our heads up our asses. We're supposed to all agree that this is something we should know about. And we should not let our country off the hook, our government off the hook without telling us. Did you see Nosferatu? Nosferatu's a great show, a great movie. You gotta see it. Don't talk about the drones, though. I just don't know if we're supposed to be here. You know, I just don't know if we're supposed to make it another 50 years. I mean, when you don't even care if there's drones in your backyard from another country or wherever, who knows? Well, if it's from your own country, spying on you, plotting to get rid of its own population, we don't know. And it seems like we don't care. But if someone's on the subway and they call someone the N-word, or someone in the subway doesn't use a proper pronoun, or if somebody doesn't kneel for a flag, oh no! Oh no! That doesn't seem stupid to you? It doesn't seem stupid to you. It seems real dumb to me. All of a sudden, Fat Joe, if he can lean back, lean forward, if Drake album no one knew Drake dropped out, all of a sudden that doesn't matter, does it? All of a sudden, all the complaining on the internet, there's a lot of relationship channels. Everybody trying to figure out who's going to be the next Ayanna Vance, Ayanna Vaughn, whatever her name is. Why can't we just talk? And men are getting tired of the black woman, and we're tired of. Really? You know, that could have been a space shuttle drone. That could be an alien drone for all you know. Scoping out when they're gonna come take over the planet. I don't know, man. I don't know if we deserve to continue as a species. All right. Next, if you like this content, hit the like button, guys. Let's go to the next thing. I wanna move on